on a second, dude. Did you see that one? Oh, he went to go get firewood. Doesn't look like it turned out good. Oh, man, let's watch it. Alright, yeah, we'll watch that. I'd be interested in see what he's got to deal with. I know it's a pain in the butt for me to go get it because of how much people tear up the roads.
Well, it's about to get bright outside, and it's about that time. So, let's go check out what we're doing today. Oh, man. Ooh, squeaky door, right? Bus life. All right, check it out. So, remember that axe I told you guys about? Ta-da! That's the one I'm talking about. I'd like to introduce you to Doug. All right, so I'm gonna lock up, and then I'll show you my Jeep, all right? I'll be right back. Okay, now that I'm all locked up, let's go check out what I got going on. Say hi to Sport. All right, so you see my axe, Forest Service style. Give you an idea. We're taking off for firewood. I got tire chains, chainsaw, all that good stuff, man. I even brought my high lift just in case, all right? So I'll check in different points of the trip, give you some good footage, and I'll be back, all right? My head itches a little bit. You guys take care. I'll see you in a minute. Well, it's a little windy today, so I hope you can hear me. And this is the day after I got my firewood. Now, it was an aggravating day. My phone died, so I didn't get a chance to finish up any footage or anything like that. I did get some, so I'll put that up after this. That way you don't miss out on anything, okay? But I didn't really get exactly what I wanted. And I didn't even get the amount of wood that I wanted. But I'll show you what I got, all right? Make sure you guys say hi to Wobbles, all right? She's a trooper. Okay. So let's come over here. We'll take a look at a couple of things. Some of my equipment that I use, some of the stuff that I have. This is a super old trailer. It was homemade. I bought it off of a guy that had it. It was sunk in the mud. It was an awesome deal, like 200 bucks. And that was including the registration. I purchased a VIN number for it and everything because I didn't even have that. Anyway, so you guys remember Doug, right? No? Oh yeah, that's right. No, wait, you should know Doug. You've been introduced to Doug. Anyway, this is Forest Service style axe. This guy's good for trenches. Almost had to use it yesterday. Ended up getting stuck going up over a hill and had to unhook the trailer, spin the trailer around, and then with the Jeep, and yeah, it was rough. Even with chains on, it was rough. Speaking of chains, get these gloves out of the way. By the way, there's a store out here in Montana. It's called Murdoch's Home and Ranch Supply. Okay, right there. See those gloves? Awesome, all right? Warm and great work gloves. But let's get into tire chains. These were the ones that I used on the back, and I use these on the back because they have the cleats on them. Okay, I'll bring you in really close on this one. You can see the cleats. They help you dig into the ice like a cat so you don't slip around. I put these on the back tires because I didn't want the dog wagon syndrome that you'll get from your trailer weight coming up behind you on ice. It'll jackknife you right off the bat. So I put those on the back. And I have my normal ones, which are my truck chains, because I run big tires, which are just a normal chain link like this, you know, big burly chain link. But they do have this cam on them right here. You stick a key in this cam and you spin it and it tensions the system, which is kind of cool. I also have my high lift right here. You never know. You might have to jack the vehicle up to get the chains on it. You might have to hook to a tree to pull you out. You never know what you're going to do. So I brought the high lift just in case. Also, when it comes to the straps on this, it is a light load, so I figured ratchet straps will do. I didn't need to bring out the chains or nothing like that, because normally I would actually consider in snow, chain the logs down too. Just anywhere, chain the logs down. You can get away with strapping with light loads, but use your chains, okay? So, we're gonna come over to the other side right here. My trailer is in fact multi-use, in case you're wondering. I do have a deck that I put on it. And when I put that deck on it, I can put my raft on it. So, that's the cool thing. That's why the trailer looks the way it is. It looks all beat up and rough. I'm gonna switch hands over here for a second. It looks all beat up and rough because it was only just metal. It was steel, no VIN number, no nothing. So I bought it. I put a VIN number on it by buying the VIN number, had it stamped in, inspected, permanently registered, and decked it out the way I decked it out. So all I gotta do is and on with the boat. When it's not the boat, it's bikes, four-wheelers, firewood, just pretty much anything I got. I don't have a truck, I got a Jeep, so I need a towing capacity, all right? So, we'll talk saws here for a second. Now this is my chainsaw. This right here is my old Craftsman, and my mom gave me this saw, actually, because she didn't have a use for it in her current living conditions. So she gave me that saw, and as you see, it's really, really old. It says the chain type, it says the bar type, and that's where the cool thing was, is because I've been running this saw for so while, I ended up burning up the bar. Then I came across another saw that was 1 year later than this one. I took that bar off of it because it was perfectly good. Now, I have a dual tension system. I have your original tensioner system here, which most chainsaws have, and then right in here, I have a key bar, a wedge in here where you twist that and it pushes that back and it kicks the bar, which is really cool. It helps a lot for an old saw like this, but it's bulletproof, it runs great, and it does the job. So anyway, I'm gonna have to go out for more firewood again, unfortunately, because I didn't get nowhere near enough. And on top of that, the bummer is I have to find a new spot. It's like I said, the road that I was going in was a Forest Service road. It's a Forest Service improved road. And a bunch of people just decided they were gonna go butcher it, okay? You'll see footage where the road looks nice, and then you'll see footage where the road looks not so nice. And the nice road is what it's supposed to look like the whole way, because you're supposed to be able to go in there and get firewood all year round. You know, you get permits and stuff like that. You go into the woods, you collect all the dead falling down, and then you get the dead trees, the standing dead, make sure they're dead, okay? And you cut them down. So that's kind of what we do up there. And unfortunately, the road was so hard to navigate with 4 chains on this thing and a trailer that I had to completely bypass my wood spot, go to a different spot, and try to get some wood. And in the meantime, getting stuck and not being able to show you guys because my phone died in the whole process, because I was recording the first half and didn't even get the second half good parts, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna end with that. You say later to Wobbles. Do me a favor. Like, share, smash that subscribe button, and kick the bell out of the window, all right? I hope you guys enjoy the footage. I'll see you later. All right, everybody, so you remember rule 1, right?
Coffee.
All right, don't forget rule 2. Go do that, all right? We'll be back.
All right, well, the time lapse are always a pain in the butt, so I figured I'd just kind of show you. Take a look at the elevation where we're at, man. Oh yeah, we're getting all the way up here, and we're gonna go get some firewood. So I might time lapse some of this stuff, I might not. It really just depends. I haven't decided yet. All I know is this area can get super sketchy, so I've got the tire chains for the Jeep and some tire chains to throw on the trailer if I need to. But we're gonna feel it out, all right? So, take a look at what we're driving, straight up canyons, man. Continental Divide, all right? This is the cool thing. There's an old joke up here. If you spill some water onto the east, it goes to one river. If you spill it to the west, it goes to the other river. They're actually not kidding. But we're going into where I grab firewood and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's a little bit fun in here, and it looks like, according to the road ahead of us, we might actually have to chain up. I was hoping to get away from it, but then again, that's half the fun, right? Why have an off-road vehicle if you don't use its off-road capabilities? That's the way I always thought of it. I mean, I haven't gotten into it yet, man, but I have planned to take this thing to a lot of fun places, all right? So, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here just before I go down this hill. There's actually train tracks right in front of me right here. This rail link used to actually go from Butte to Whitehall and then continued down the rail line, but you know, they don't use it anymore. They don't do nothing with it, so it just gets buried in snow, and sometimes people ride on it. It happens. But anyway, I'm gonna chain up here just to make sure I'm not on Slip City when I get down there, and I'll queue up on some more cool terrain footage, maybe a little bit of time lapse, and when we get where we're going, you're gonna see some really fun action, all right? This is how we collect firewood. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, well, it's been interesting. I had to flip the tire chain around because I accidentally put my cam on the inside instead of the outside. Oops.
But anyway, as you can see, it's snow-packed, it's slick. So for now, cleats in the back so we don't do the whole jackknife switch because we got a trailer. Normal chains with cam locks in the front. And then if my trailer shifts to the side at all, I'm gonna throw tire chains on that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll get in there, all right? I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, well, it is extremely hot in here. I guess that's what happens when you have a Jeep and you put the heater on. Anyway, we're up here, Continental Divide, getting some firewood on an old Forest Service road. And it can be a little bit sketchy, that's why I put my chains on. I know you see trees and stuff in the background. I'm not doing so many time lapse on this one just for the simple fact that it's a pain because I have to customize the time lapse in order for my editor to accept it without blacking it out. So I'm just not going to do it for this one. But instead I'm going to show you the kind of stuff that I got to drive through. Check it out. Yeah, pay attention. Yeah, it doesn't seem that bad, but you know, there's granite boulders everywhere, and then occasionally you have nothing on either side like this. And even though it's not a really steep drop or a long drop, it's really steep, and yeah, it's just not good. You come around all these corners hot and you're not paying attention, you can hit somebody. There's a lot of traffic out here in the summertime. As you can see, there's still some traffic out here in the wintertime too with the way the road looks. But that makes it slick, okay? So keep that in mind. That's why I put my chains on. But for the most part, you got to be really cautious in areas like this. So I figured I'd show you a little bit of this, kind of what we're going through, and then I'll catch back up with you in a minute. So you guys take care, and I'll show you some more good stuff in a sec, all right? I'll be back. It's pretty beautiful up here, ain't it? A lot of people come camping up here, stuff like that. And a lot of them leave a big mess. I like it looking like this. It's up to us to keep it this way, all of us, all right? I just figured I'd throw that in there and let you see this scenery. Because as you can see way off in the background, it's pretty awesome up here, all right? I'll see you guys in a sec. Nobody can stay in the middle. This is what happens when you come up here in four-wheel drive without your tire chains thinking that you can still drive through this thing. You end up super squirrely all over the road. All these guys right here dipping off the side of the road, having issues. You do that in the wrong spot out here and you're off the cliff. So, I just figured I'd bring that up to you guys, all right? I'll see you when I get to my firewood spot. All right, so here's a prime example of what drives me nuts. I gotta tell you this because this is why the road gets destroyed and makes it really hard for me to get stuff like that. And if you're watching this, you probably left that porcupine, you'll know who I'm talking to. This guy was in the ditch the whole time. You can see it the whole time. Why? Because he came around here out of control in a side-by-side flying, thinking that he can go ahead and rip through this and not have any problems. You see how long it took him to get unstuck, and I guarantee he probably had some help. So I just want to give you a little bit of a hint, okay? You guys can probably see me really well, right? You notice that there's trees up here. You notice those aren't the bottom of the trees? Yeah. If you're going fast enough, you became a hamster wheel. All right, be careful. Stop tearing up the backyard. Have fun, but have fun on the trails, not the main Forest Service road. All right, it's dangerous out here. Okay, so I got to sit here and navigate out of this because I had to blow past my normal wood spot because it's too dangerous, and I absolutely will get stuck by how much this has been chewed up by everybody else having fun with no regard for people that live here. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to go to one of my other wood spots, and if I can hit that other wood spot, hopefully there's no snow, and I might be able to actually do some off-roading clips at the same time, because I'm trying not to keep this video sour, but it went that way real fast. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm gonna keep on trucking. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, well, here's another one where somebody was coming around the corner being a moron and decided to dump off the side of the road and make it extremely dangerous for everyone else now. I'm towing a trailer. That's what makes it bad. And I'm sinking every time I come around the corner, so I do a little bit of side slip and everything else. So yeah, stuff like this, I mean, I literally have to let my back end slide. Get away from that real quick. All right. Now, look at what's in front of me. All right? I want you guys to take a good look at this. So, those are bigger than most Cadillac Escalades. Those are bigger than your Dodge 3500. And easily one of those is easily the size of my Jeep. Well, we're gonna try my other spot. It doesn't look as chewed up, but then again, it's a lot more dangerous getting in here too, because it's a lot more off-road rockiness. So we're gonna see if I can get up over this, since I already have all 4 of my chains on. And I expect this one to be all crazy. Just not super dangerous, because as you can see, it's flat. It's just got a lot of bumps in it. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm in low range right now, 2nd gear. Just because of the articulation factor in the crawling. It's been a very interesting day. Almost got ran into by some people in a side-by-side. Because naturally they came around the corner super fast, and the first thing they did was slam on the brakes and dip off to the side of the road, putting another giant hole in the side of the road. A bit of side hill in action. Yeah, gotta love that. See if we can avoid this serious articulation point right here. There we go. Sorry if the camera's bouncing around, but as you can see, this is not exactly the easiest place to access, especially in the snow with a trailer. But I think I might be able to get in here far enough to get at least a little bit of wood, and then get out safe enough, because there's nowhere for my trailer to actually slide off to the side and take me off to the road, into the ditch or anything like that. Worst case scenario, I'll hit a giant boulder on the side of the trail, because those are out here on this road. But this one's actually kind of fun, you know, little climby here, just so you guys get an idea. Now, this is not a road you're gonna go through in full throttle. This is not a road that you go through and you spin your tires, okay? This is a road that you will snap and break and just shatter stuff on your vehicle. This is a twin boulder catch coming up right here. It's not easy to get up. Hopefully I can pop it. Ah, there's that. There's that. Good. Cool. The video probably doesn't do it justice, but honestly, this particular road with some of these bumps that you go up when you do it in a Jeep, they are really, really steep right off the bat. And there we go, a little bit of digging problems. Come on, get out of there. Ah, the trailer caught some super deep snow right there. But yeah, a little bit of articulation, a little bit of sideways, a little bit of crawling, and hopefully we'll get up to where we need to go, all right? So we'll see you in a bit. Here's another clip for you, just barely up the road from where I was just at. There's really only one nice way to do that, and that's how I did it right there, unfortunately. That is not a nice place to sit there and have any issues.
Mostly because it literally teeter-totters and it's not even the length of your vehicle. So I just figured I'd show you that. All right, that was a nice little hill. Like I said, boulders on either side, man. But they're a little bit higher than the group that I'm in, so I'm not really worried about it. But you do get a little bit close to them, especially that one right there. Hi, guy. So yeah, that's why you don't go flying around in here. Super dangerous. All right. Anyway, check out these ruts. Oh, here's somebody who got trying to turn around, got stuck, tore it up. Not a good idea. You find a spot that's melted off like the side over here, and you turn around right there when you have to turn around. Up another hill. Pretty thick up here, man. Anyway, that was most of the off-road technical stuff. It's mostly just tree dwelling and stuff like that, so I'll see you guys later and show you some other footage.
See, that's what I'm talking about. People just, one of these days they're gonna shut all this down. We're not gonna be able to do anything anymore.
Oh, man. Dude, that's a bummer. I can't wait till this next video.